I'm having experience around 18 plus experience in the Microsoft technologies, and from last 12 years, I am currently working in the Sitecore only. I am currently working with the SUGCON. Right now, I am in Dubai, and mostly I am involved in the commerce platform practice team in this SUGCON organization, and I am also provide the solution on the CDP's projects as well. So this is about me, and if we are talking about what today's session, we have. I would like to introduce about you that composable story of with the Sitecore Ordercloud. So as you, we are going with the title composable story. What is the story we have? What is the composable story we have that we can correlate with that Sitecore Ordercloud, and how Sitecore Ordercloud fulfills the composable component? So I'll try to give that kind of introduction to you so that it will be helpful for you to understand if there is any gap about that, what is composable and the XP, and why site queries exist there, what is that basic principle is there. So I would like to cover that area so that it will be helpful for you. So this is the one line statement I like very much. I found it's said by the John Price. So it's saying that Sitecore Autocloud is composable. You bring it in your organization and you build exactly what you need, and you don't have additional overhead. So this statement was John Price, and I liked it, and I'll try to make it understand by my upcoming videos why this Sitecore Auto Cloud and its entities and its key features providing us the solution in the commerce platform. Uh, so as per the agenda, we have I'd like to introduce about Ordercloud. I'll try to cover the architecture of that of the platform, and composable principle is there. I will try to cover that part. And second one, common convention. What is the common feature we have in the Sitecore Ordercloud, and on the basis of that, what we can do and how the things will work. We will try to cover that part. And Ordercloud key feature. What feature is there available in the Sitecore Ordercloud? And also to get exposure in that Ordercloud, where is the developer resources there, and what is Sitecore Ordercloud is gives you to understand how this thing will work. So it's having already its headset application. Those we can take as a reference to make the understanding of the Sitecore Ordercloud working mode. And at last we will have a question and answer sessions. Okay. Yep. So on the screen we have a Ordercloud platform architecture. So before jumping to discuss of this platform architecture, I would like to take some step backs. I would like to say a few words about the commerce platform. Those why we have already lots of commerce platform. We already work on it, and so many people we also work on it. But again, we have a Sitecore Ordercloud. Again, it's a commerce platform. So why? So there is a quite common pain areas was there in that traditional commerce platform, like I can say availability, extensibility, scalability, and the major one is cost higher infrastructure. And also, if there is any update, there is a big downtime. This is a common pain areas for the every you can say, not even the commerce platform, in every platform we can say in the traditional. So Sitecore has now the Sitecore Autocloud has several game changer characteristics. Okay, and because it's cover few things, those we can discuss, those I just discussed about the pain areas of that thing, and but it also provide the support of the multiple business model, that B2B, B2C, B2B to C as well, and many we can define. All right, so now we can start a discussion on that Order cloud platform architecture. So I can start from the bottom. So you can see the infrastructure. So we can say it's a multi-tenant platform, those having 24/7 monitoring with the security, storage backups, auto scalings, and seamless updates. So these are the common pain area, those I just mentioned over here. So for the client, he don't need to worry about, he don't need to care about the platform updates, scalability, availability. So all the things is the out of the box. Okay, and on the top of it, if we are talking about that e-commerce features, so it's provide the basic of, it's having the provision of the basic product management, catalog management, buyer management, seller management, as well as supplier management as well, and order management is also there, promotion, pricing, and payments is also there. And also we can define that line item for that when we are selecting any orders, we can define the line item to add that orders. Okay, and if we can see on the right side, and depend on that our implementation on that project, or you can say on that business needs, on depend on our requirement, we can integrate with that other third party systems. If for example, if we are doing any order checkout, we need to make some or calculate order, we need to add payment mode as well, we need to verify third parties, taxes calculation, all these things. And the interesting analytics part is there. We need to send our few events to analytics engine, so that we can utilize that data for the personalization later. But this thing we can have, we can utilize it, and this platform provide that this option. Also we can this is, and on top of e-commerce features, we have a RESTful API, and as you can know, and everybody knows that what is a RESTful API. It's we can access, it's expose that each and every feature those we are just discussing over here in the form of APIs. If we have that API, so that we can access that data, and we can perform CRUD operation to that platform. So we know already aware about it, what is a RESTful API. So that this feature is available in this platform architecture. And on top of RESTful API, we have a developer tool. So now we have that this platform with this features, and now how to use it. So Sitecore is provide few developer tools for the developers, so that we can go to check that entity data, and we can perform the code operation. So first of all, we have an interactive console. So we have an API console over there. So for each entity, we can perform get, post, put, update, patch. Those methods we can perform easily. And also it provide the SDKs. As the SDKs, we can say it's language agnostic, and it's available in different languages. One is .NET Core, and one is JavaScript. All right, and also extensional data model, webhook, integration service. These are the very important part. And as we discuss over here, that integration part, and this platform also provide that provision how we can interact with that third party endpoints. So that how we can do that, we can achieve it by to apply the webhooks and integration services. We will discuss more about the webhook and integration service in upcoming slides. And there is one more thing is there, extensible data model. So we have a basic schema of that each entity, but Sitecore Ordercloud provide that platform, provide the option so that we can extend that entity into further level. So that extensible property, we can add any data information for example, for the products. We have a static data set of available in that Sitecore Ordercloud, but we can also add few more entities, so that entity information we can utilize for the filter that my product, and it will also helpful for my to make the personalization things on my page. All right. So after the developed tools, and on the top, the most top is their customer experience. So it's totally depend on us how and which type of customer type of service serving we are doing. So if we are doing mobile app optimization, we can create that things on top of it, and customer buyer user interface we can also create, and seller interface also we can create, and same workflow approvals and rules and organization. These already is available in this architecture. All right. Now moving to next slide. Yep, this is again very for me very interesting topic for me to understand how when I'm talking about a mark architecture. If I'm talking about a mark architecture, so it's we should talk about that composite DXP as well. So as that definition is there, set of best of breed solution assembled and integrated to create that digital experience. I think this definition is very much clear, but let me gives you more words on it. So composable DXP. So composable DXP, it's nowadays becoming more popular, and it is where the future of the Sitecores and online digital experience are moving towards. If we suggest anything to any new client, definitely we are looking all the requirement in the point of a composable DXP, how we can fill that his requirement with the form, with the composable DXP form. Okay, and if we add more things on composable DXP is there. So in that before the composable DXP terms, so statements we can say that like that, instead of having large DXP platform by a single company, single vendor, we can break the business functionalities into small parts, and it is very helpful, and it is very you can say manageable. So that let's say we have a lots of I am going to take a product and it's have many features, but I don't want to utilize all the project in the first phase. I just used to example I can take email functionality. Okay, I am using any product, but I would like to use the email functionality. Why should I use the separate one as well? So if I have that architecture I have choose the architecture like a DXP, I can just opt it on the email functionality composable component only. Okay, and if after some time if I need more functionality to add, I can go for the search, I can go for the CDP implementations, I can go for the analytics implementation as well. So this is that complete idea of the composable DXP. It's up to you. We can break that our requirement into small pieces, and after some times, and it's there is one more benefit it is there. If every large requirement is developed by a single company, it's very bigger risk is there. The ownership is only the one person. Okay, if he left, then again what we can do. But if we divide that that requirement into small pieces and divide it into different vendors, so definitely this will become less. Okay, so this is the major point I like here. So as I already mentioned, if I can say summarize composable DXP statement into small sentence, so it is a set of individual tasks integrated by a developer or by vendors to fulfillment our business needs. I hope I cleared the composable DXP word for you. And after the composable DXP, let's move on to mark architecture. So again, mark architecture we have. So as by name, if we know about it, mark architecture, again, if somebody knows, again one new architecture, a new acronym, like as a developer, what should I do with this architecture? There's already lots of architectures available in that in the technologies, and it's again a new burden for developer. So this is a very this is a quite common question could be come into a developer mind. So let me add one point here. So mark architecture, it is not for developer to build that application by using the mark architecture. Instead of consume the technologies those are built on top of mark architecture. Instead of development, you just need to consume the technologies those are built in the mark architecture. All right, just give me a second. Sorry. Yep. So let's proceed with the mark architecture definition. So composer component we already completed. Why this is a composer component, and we will now after the MACH definition we will get to know why Sitecore Ordercloud has that basic platform those fulfilled for the composer DXP component. Okay. So first M for microservices. We know that microservices is a set of small pieces of functionalities that is very helpful for to design, develop and deploy and manageable. Okay, so every small functionality in the composer DXP it is a microservices. So this is the ground we can say this is the ground definition. We can say it's very much belongs to composer DXP technique those we just discussed. And it's API first, as we already know. If any API is available, we can directly communicate. And if you're talking about any API, there is no language dependency. We can consume it by any on any platform. All right, to access that data. And C, cloud native. It's a you can say cloud native. It's a SaaS-based platform as well. And when we have this cloud native component in our platform, so that accessibility, availability and manageability and seamless update, we don't need to care about it. It's already be coming out of the box with this cloud native option. And at the bottom of headless, yes. So just give me a second. Yeah. So headless. So the good thing I like in this platform, being a headless, it is very friendly for developer, language agnostic. Developer can decide which stack he would like to opt to develop the functionality. He can decide which head he would like to select as a stack. So for example, right now we can develop the application by using the Angular, by using the React, and after some time if you like to change our stack to Node on further other framework like Vue, Knockout is obsolete now, but if you like to change, so head will be changed and the core will remain same. So the core here, what is core here? It is a Sitecore Ordercloud, and that we can connect with that by consuming the API, RESTful API. So now after this MACH, if we understand the mark architecture, we can go with the headless approach. Okay, now yes, just give me a second. Yeah, let me go back on the slide. Yes. So now we understand that cloud platform architecture, architecture as well, and now Sitecore Ordercloud is the one of the component those having these kind of basic principles. It based on the it's a SaaS based product. You don't need to worry about it that infra and availability and 24/7 monitoring is already there, and API first approaches. So everything those we are just discussed about a marketer, so Sitecore Ordercloud is fulfilling that all that prerequisites. Okay, and if we're talking about that on more detail about the Sitecore Ordercloud, so Sitecore Ordercloud with this features, Sitecore Ordercloud also support all the business model those we already discussed, B2B, B2C, B2B, to C as well, and furthermore we can define. And just give me a second. So here I would like to add one point here. What is the advantage by using the Sitecore Ordercloud? Why I cannot go and select any other platform as well? So the good thing is there that Sitecore Ordercloud is based on as a B2B template, or you can say as a schema. So it's based as a B2B. And already we know that B2B is quite complex compared to B2C. If we design any system as a B2C, it's very straightforward. We know that one seller is there. We can add that product catalogs and different variants and price scheduling as well, depend on the different location, different reasons. And after that, at end we have a customer. So that is very straightforward. But when we are talking about the B2B, so now we understand that B2B, that it could be it could be one seller, it could be multiple seller as well, and each seller we have a different product, different catalogs. Those are belong to different kind of boundary, different regions, and each boundary we can define a particular buyer organization as well. Okay, so multiple sellers, multiple buyers. So depend on the business, depend on that the product they are going to purchase. They can opt and they can select that particular seller on which which type of product they are going to select. Okay. Now, if I am talking about that, I will come on that part. So I'll not discuss that part right now. So B2B having these features as well, and you can define any number. So itself B2C, Sitecore Ordercloud saying and challenging to all that you can come to me, you can take any complex business model and try to create here. If Sitecore Ordercloud fails, you just prove it. Try to fail this Sitecore Ordercloud business model. It's right now it support every business model. Okay, so if we are discussing about that, now we understand the Sitecore Ordercloud. What is the difference between a traditional platform is there? Now we are moving that naming convention those we are having in the Sitecore Ordercloud. So first we are talking about the marketplace. So marketplace, I think this word is very much clear to all. Marketplace, there is a place where is a market where buyer and seller come together to buy and sell their things with each other, and they can revert back in the terms of cash and in the terms of other things. So in terms of Ordercloud, when we design any marketplace, here we have to define a marketplace. Like you can say, take example of Amazon. We can define Amazon as a marketplace here. So you can see this is the highest level in the hierarchy. When we define any entity chart in that Sitecore Ordercloud, so marketplace will be sit on the top. Okay, so initially that marketplace we are calling, you can see this diagram and the top of the marketplace. Initially it was calling seller admin. So when we are defining any marketplace into the system, we have to design at least one seller admin user. Those can manage all that crude operation for the product catalog, buyers, initial for that. Once we have, if there is in our requirement, we have for example B2B, we can define the buyer organization, and after the buyer organization, can carry further. You can say that marketplace, we have an admin user group. So once we have a one single seller user, we can also define that admin user group as well. So admin user group, we know that what is the use of group. If we define any rules, any permission to particular group, we can assign a group, and we can assign a group to different users. So it's not neat. It's a very straightforward. It's not there is no very complex part is there. And the second part, bioorganization, we will come and discuss in the next slide as well. Bioorganization, in the same way, we have a seller admin that can create a bioorganization as well. And once bioorganization is there, bioorganization user can create itself the further user group of that belongs to bio user group, and further we have a user as well. In the same way, supplier organization, so seller admin can also create a supplier organization one, and supplier organization once created, that supplier organization user can take care of further user groups, permissions, and users. Yep.
So in context with Amazon, right? What is the buyer organization and what is the seller organization?
Yeah. So Amazon is a marketplace. Okay. You can take. I can take that example of laptop. Okay. We have a Dell. Dell using the microchips. And Dell is not designed at microchip itself. Definitely microchip is designed by some other company. Okay, so here seller will become that X company, those are delivered, those are generated at microchips, and Dell will become a buyer organization. Now buyer organization is my Dell, and we definitely buyer person will not come, buyer organization will can create his user. Now if we are looking at broader area of that B2B example, you can say that we have a store manager in different places, different in India, Delhi, Bombay, we have a different store manager, and on top of it we have a region manager as well. Okay, so again if that is a point of the discussion, if we can start anything, we can go in very deep as well. So store manager can place the order for his region or his boundary only. He cannot place the order for outside of order only. So now Dell can place the order, those are distributor available in his boundary. But if you are looking at the top of that different stakeholders, on top of there is a regional person is there, you can say at a district level. So there is a regional user as well. So he can also place the order for different for all that his regions. Okay, now again as store manager, those he place the order. Now we can also set the permission for that, because this is a buyer, this is a B2B concept we are taking. Okay, and he placed the order, but there is again we can apply the approval process. Those one statement we already have. He placed the order, and the approval process will going to his regional user. So now buyer organization we can define like this. Stake store manager we can define as a buyer organization, regional manager as we can also define as a buyer organization. So we have a two buyer organization. Okay, I am correlating with the Dell. Okay, seller is already that who is generating that. So that is also available. I will that graph is not present in my slide, but I am trying to clear my statement. So this is the scenario. Now I think I will give you one more example. We have let me jump. Just give me a second. I will come into next slide. So marketplace is the highest level in the hierarchy. Marketplace owners are the admin, as I already mentioned. They, as the admin, they manage the product approval rules and prices, and so they can apply all these things. Contain its own user catalogs and orders. Data is not shared across the market. So that's why, as in that platform of cloud architecture, I mentioned it's multi-tenant. So we can define a different marketplace, and we have a different marketplace. We cannot share the data between the marketplace. So it's secure. Now buyer. As I just giving the example, so what is buyer is the entity. You can say it's a key feature. Those we can define inside the Ordercloud. Now We have a seller, we have a buyer. These two key feature, you can say these two key name convention we have, buyer and seller. And now we are taking the example of B2C. We have a seller. Now that buyer, we are not going to create a buyer organization. Okay. Now buyer will become as a end customer. Those products will upload by the seller, created by the seller, that will expose to available for this end customer. You can say Amazon, because like you and me, we can go and treating as a B2C. This is a B2C model. But that older example, that microchip is there and Dell is there. So seller will become as a microchip vendor, and Dell, you can say Lenovo, Sony, other as well. Those are becoming a buyer. So we can understand now this method. So seller and buyer in one statement. This will be treated as a B2C. We can define as a B2B, and we can make it more complex. So for example, take this example. We have a B2B to B2C. So in this same model, we can define seller, buyer organization. This is a B2B, and we can create one more organization, that is we can belongs to customer, like you and me for the Amazon. So this B2B to C concept we can define here easily, and it's up to you, because system is much mature to handle this scenario, and you can create more complex on it, but it's up to you how you will going to consume by your RESTful APIs. Okay, I hope I make clear answer. So buyer thing, I already make it clear. I already mentioned that buyer user group is there, and user group we already know about it. The benefit of user groups is there when we define any control permissions, any access permission to define that as a user group. We can distribute between the users, and this is very helpful for us to make it approval as well into the system. Okay. Yeah, supplier and user group. So first of all, supplier is not a mandatory, it's a optional in Sitecore Ordercloud. We can create. So supplier, you can say we can have for the B2B model. We have for example, we have one order, and that's order can fulfill that is supply chain system is there, and we have configured a different seller. Those can help to make to fulfillment that order. So in my order, I have a 5 or 4 different product items is there. Okay, 2 product items will deliver by supplier A, 2 supplier B, and 2 supplier 3. Okay, so for example, like Amazon, mostly you did the purchase on that this online portal as well. Once you try to find some product, it's easily available for you. But if you notice, for some product, one option is coming, this product is also fulfilled by other. So the same product, you have a different option as well. So for this product, this seller is giving you on this price, but we have other seller option as well. Those are giving you lower price as well. You can go and opt it. So what in this happens? So Amazon will take your order and pass it to that particular seller, and now it's seller responsibility to fulfillment that you order. And also one is very beautiful thing is this in the Ordercloud is there. In suppose case, for some kind of order, we don't need to require any supplier. So here for the Sitecore admin, he have that particular option. He can bypass this supplier thing, and he can directly go and make the complete that order, like subscription type of order, like membership type of orders. You don't need to any fulfillment. You just need to pass this over, and that option is available is there. So and next is user group user within the marketplace to deliver individualized experience, as we already discussed what is the use of user groups. Yep, so this is the key feature highlights we have in that Sitecore Ordercloud. So language agnostic and API first, we already we already discussed about little bit information about language, obviously. So it is very helpful for a developer to select any stack on which they would like to develop the applications. Okay, so extensible, this we'll discuss further again in the next slide. Extensible means Sitecore Ordercloud is giving this feature to extend your functionality by interacting other third-party endpoints. Okay, or to any custom service. Front-end agnostic, we already, it's correlated with the language organization. It's a totally dependent when the front-end developer on front-end approach, which type of stack we can going to use it. And Sitecore Ordercloud is also provided that startup application, those you can go and test that your schema, those you have created in the Ordercloud, how is performing. So it's already having any running application. You can just create your marketplace, put in, you can add your products, you can create your seller, you can create your buyers, catalog, etc., pricing, and then you can go and test your application on our online developer portal as well. So this is, so Sitecore itself is providing you that's name is Head Start app. You can go and utilize and take the reference when you are going to consume the Sitecore Ordercloud. You can take that your own custom code. You can by looking that code, you can create your own code from the scratch. Yeah, mirror real world marketplace. So this is very correlated with, we can with the traditional thing, because we are doing complex buyer and user group setup. We already discussed that how we can define a complex buyer, and it's up to us how we can go and deeper and deeper. Mirror sales and CRM process, those things we are doing to collect the data from the sales, you can say sales system or any CRM process. We can directly export the data to that third party system into the Ordercloud. Define custom problem to target personas. We already have in the platform architecture, we have discussed the extended model properties there, that is the name of XP. So we can have a product and schema, and we can extend that schema with the help of XP node. We can add many things. We can add that information we can utilize for the filter to make it personalized our products. Tiered approval, we discussed just now that on that store manager, on top of it is a user manager. He will make the order, and the user manager can go and review that order. Once he will approve or decline, that's we can decide. Supply management and workflows, this is just we discussed. Supply management, it's not mandatory, but we can have in the supply chain model. So this is, and we can also define the workflows, how that fulfillment order will be completed. Personalized shopping. So Sitecore Ordercloud is provide that provision, you can control that permissions of the users. So for example, there is a two users, those having we can set that kind of one price for the product we can show for this reason, and the same product we can have a different price for different reason. So this kind of personalization thing we can do, and we can also apply that promotion buyer level. We can also set this rule at the buyer level as well. Customizing pricing, those I was giving the example. Quantity based pricing and pricing schedule, we have a kind of if you going to take one product and 10 rupees, if you going to two product at 8 rupees per head, so we can define this pricing schedule as well. And promotion as well we can define. So there is a rule engine is defined, there is a, we can define that I forgot that name, criteria something is there, and that value expression is there. We can define that this is a condition. If you fulfill this condition by your order, you can say if my order total is greater than 50, then I can apply this promotion for that, and that will direct my total amount of that price. Okay, so this is link is available is there, to you can go and check that how different rules we can define here. Yeah, fulfill automation. So this is a kind of understanding thing. So when we place any order, what we do, like you and me on the Amazon, we just place order and we are sitting idle. So when we, so first, what is the stage? So unsubmitted. So first of all, when we adding any item on my cart, okay, I am not complete my order. I just adding my one product into my cart, two product into my cart. So that time I have created a you can say draft kind of state orders that having the state of unsubmitted. Once I place the order, that from my side I have placed the order, I make the payment, and after that state will come move to open state. Now depend on the product types those you have and product nature, who going to deliver, by Amazon, by different type of supplier, that is already total automated process. And once they have a process, we have defined a different custom URLs is there, so those make the automate that all entire session. And we don't need to worry, we don't need to go and make that this state change manually. This is automated process. So if you deliver this item, then again this item will see in the order how many items is there. If all the item is delivered, so you will have the completed status by only. Okay, so this is, and we can also have the provision to define the product subscription as well, codes as well, membership, etc. as well. And uh, OMS integration, order management system, we already have those older legacy system. We can pull the data from there to from that system to into Ordercloud. And advanced system payment as well we can define. So we can store the credit card option as well. We can have this credit score as well into the, we can manage the for the particular user credit scores and how many scores he has utilized. We can reduce that, we can manage that score as well into the Sitecore Ordercloud system as well. Apply multiple one time, might be I'm running a short time. Yeah, this is a very interesting thing, I would like to complete it. So customer integration extensions. So first of all, I will try to explain the webhooks. So what is a webhook? Webhooks like some kinds of hooks. We are doing some kind of operation into the system, and we would like to do some kind of hook, so that when we this process is coming, some other thing also executed to validate this thing. So in the term of Sitecore Ordercloud, webhooks we can only apply on that Ordercloud endpoint APIs only. Those on those by using that endpoint, we are performing any CRUD operation on the Ordercloud. So, for example, if you are doing something, we would like to, and it's also having that option how this webhook will execute post or pre. So before that action, if you like to check product quantity is available or not, product variant color is available or not, so that kind of hook we can have a pre webhooks. And for the post webhook, once order has placed and that action has completed, we would like to send notification to end user that you payment has done, your order has completed, your order has shifted. So this type of hooks we can upload, because this type of execution we are doing on the Ordercloud. We are updating the Ordercloud entities for that particular order. And for the middleware proxies, it's very straightforward. So we have a website here, we have a Ordercloud, we are putting a middleware on between is this. We are sending that request to our middleware proxies to validate and authenticate this is the correct request, and we perform the other custom logic as well. And after that we validate, we are passing that request to Ordercloud APIs. So that is the we already using in many of the projects. So that's very straightforward. And integration event is very quite similar like webhooks. This is also we can correlate to interact with our other third-party system, but difference is that integration events we can configure for particular kind of new APIs endpoint. For say for example checkout orders, we are doing checkout orders, we would like to calculate a tax, we would like to make the payments, we would like to authentication some kind of and we would like to sync other ERP systems. So on that part we can go with that setup the integration event, but time is too short, so I cannot go and show that how the integration event is work. But this is the definition of integration webhook and middleware proxies. So I think this is already we discussed. This is that example. We have an order, and we have order will be fulfilled by different seller fulfilled, and supplier A, supplier B, and after then we complete that fulfillment, that buyer received the update that your order has shipped. Yeah. So this is not a how we are going to create that first marketplace on that site for Ordercloud. So we have to define the reason, because many organizations have some kind of rules that my data will I will not like to share, will not like to share outside of my boundaries of outside my countries. So we can restrict that marketplace for a particular reason. So we can define, we have the option where which I am living in which country I would like to restrict my data. So this is west region, we can define different regions which are solvable, verify email to get started. And this after this statement we are landing out of where might be my image is not coming on the screen. So this is that interface of that. We can select the reasons, and environment. We have a two environments: sandbox and production environment. We have, and we can select it, and we can define the marketplace. So this is a statement of the API console. We can have a different option to perform the code operation. After creating a marketplace, we can create a seller admin as and buyer organization and different product catalogs. So these two statements we discussed, create marketplaces, and Sitecore Ordercloud also provide one particular API. Those we can inject, and we can, with the marketplace, we can have a minimum data, so that I can start with that data. I don't need to worry about that API key, security, minimum users, roles, each and everything. So that thing we can fulfill by the C data, and we can configure that will help for the configure middleware, configure seller app, and by app we are talking about that header app. Those are Sitecore Ordercloud is. Yeah.
Like the sheet data, because in the sheet data, it's the client ID and buyer client ID and the seller client ID, right? In the response. So that we can create from the API console also, right?
Yeah.
So why we go to sheet data?
So if you going, you can create, you can go by the both way. It's up to you. But if you're going with that your API console, you have to take care that entire exactly, because there is it's also creating a security profile, security role as well. Okay, seed data, it will take care of everything. But if you're doing manual thing, you have to know how many things you need to perform. If you miss that, your marketplace will not work. Okay. So this is the example of my seed data, middleware seller ID I will get once I perform the seed response. And this is my Slack information. If you would like to connect with me, I am available in this channel. And thank you.
What is the product size you can manage with Ordercloud? What's the size of product count too much?
No, I actually, what we did, we migrated around more than 6,000 data from any existing Sitecore commerce platform into this. We have not seen any, because we are dealing with the Sitecore SO APIs, and there is no restriction. If size is there, definitely it's auto scale. And it's up to us when we are requesting for data, we are getting data in the parts, not in the entire data. So
What is the use of CosmoDB in Ordercloud? Where is that?
CosmoDB, we used it somewhere, but so actually it is available in the configuration when we are running our local setup, but we have not, we just mentioned the congestion, we have not explored it. But definitely I'll connect with you, and definitely I'll take your contact number and revert back you on that. But what is exactly use of it? I just mentioned that in the statement. When you are consuming Ordercloud endpoints, means you are performing crude operation on the Ordercloud entities. Preferring is webhooks. Okay. Yeah, it's Ordercloud calculate events. Now you are not performing that endpoint of this Ordercloud. You are calculating the data. For example, I am calculating the my order, okay, and I am sitting on this region, okay, and I have to deliver my order to this location. Now I have to take that shipment charges to be added onto this order. Here I am not performing any crude operation. This is my further logic, my further calculation. Those for this logic, I am going to integrate and handle with connect with the third party system of that region. Okay, I am going to take tax services for that particular reason. I pass the information to this, and I need to deliver this product to this location. How many charges you would like to take? So he will say add 40. So in the order of the amount, I will add 40. So I will revert back to that. Here I have not added any perform any crude operation on this. So definitely for this example, I'll go with the integrate events. But if I'm doing any crude operation by using the Ordercloud endpoint, I will go with the webhooks. I am just updating the values, not I am updating that information. But if suppose if user will not go with this order, once you perform the complete the order, then only I will go and bring the order webhook, workplaces. So that entire thing information will available in the Ordercloud workplaces.
Guys, sorry, can you take offline? We have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry about that.
I,
Thanks, Arun.
yep. Thank you.
We can just discuss offline. If anyone has questions,
Sure.
please take with Arun. You'll be able to answer that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.